Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for Capricorn where we look at your future spouse or life partner and the energy surrounding this connection. All right, so we have the Seven of Pentacles that wanted to come flying out there. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Capricorns, please. All right, we have the Magician card, Virgo, Gemini energy. All right, they're viewing you as the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And the connection, we see the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So a connection very much in alignment with you, Capricorn. But I also feel like the King of Swords there's a really strong intellectual connection where you two fall into really deep conversation. You can talk about anything. You get each other on that intellectual, on that mental level. And we see the Eight of Pentacles. This is somebody who is very supportive. Most likely they have some earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This is somebody who's loving. This is somebody who's hardworking. This is someone who's not going to turn away when it gets hard. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I love this particular one because it's like he's really got her back. And this is somebody who's patient. This is someone who holds space for you. This is someone as hardworking and dedicated as you are, Capricorn. And I know that's quite hard to find. Okay, so with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this is exactly what you've been waiting for, or you are exactly what they've been waiting for. We see the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so some of you, this person felt like they were never going to find their Ten of Cups. Some of you, this person may be coming back around to you in some capacity. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's an ex, but it could be that you've known this person before. It could be that wherever you live, they're moving back to, or they're coming back to your job or something like that. There's a lot of abundance here with these double eights. And we see the Seven of Swords. All right, so this to me is my secret admirer card. This is someone who might be, just, in a surprise way coming back around to you. Or this person may be somebody who was married and divorced and, they find themselves single again and they're coming right for you. All right, how my Capricorns are going to feel, the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you might be a little bit worried about old habits die hard or repeating patterns here, whether you've dealt with this person before or, you're just like, oh gosh, this is going to be the same old, the same thing I've experienced, but it's definitely not. All right, let's see what else we need to know about them. Yeah, this person leads a healthy lifestyle. They live cleanly, infusing exercise and healthy choices into their daily routines. All right, they may be in a passive role, or they're okay with letting others take the lead, which a lot of my Capricorns will like because you are naturally a cardinal sign where you step up and you take the lead. All right, and we see this person may come from a large family, or they want a large family. And they could be an Aquarius or have strong Aquarius placements with a highly developed intellect. This sign is the pioneer of ideas. They're engaging communicators. They're not afraid to think and live outside the box. With the Magician card, this tells me Virgo, Gemini energy. Again, you two have such an intense and beautiful intellectual connection. Now, that doesn't mean that the physical isn't going to be there, but this is where you two really fall in love. And, the Magician card also tells me that, this person just checks all of your boxes. They have basically what you're looking for. All right. And I love this particular Magician. She's so elegant. This is somebody who's done a lot of healing. This is somebody who's transmuted past lessons, turned them into wisdom. That's where they source their authority from. So again, it's like there's very little bullshit with this person. All right, they may be European or of European descent. They may sing. There could be some sort of European connection as well. Maybe they're moving from Europe, or they lived in Europe, you met in Europe, you live in Europe. Ooh, we see they're impeccably dressed and also rolling in money coming through. So you definitely have someone who's high value here. Now, they could be in their 30s, but remember, these really specific messages, Capricorn, are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. Oh, we see distant horizons. This person's closer to you than you think, but they may be coming from a distance, or maybe their background is different than yours. All right, it does feel like they're around you. We see thoughts. This person is going to be, they're going to be up in their head about you, Capricorn, overthinking the situation a little bit, which doesn't surprise me with that Virgo Gemini energy. You may also be this person's creative muse. All right, and we see concern. This person might act unbothered, but there's nothing farther from the truth, okay? There's nothing farther from the truth, but they do keep their cool. But I do think beneath the surface, they're worried or nervous that things aren't going to work out, or you're not going to accept them. Okay. All right, so we also see this person might speak with an accent. So the language you speak with them may not be their native language. They could be from a different city, state, or region, or a different country even. They have a personal pride for their collectibles. Now, this can be anything. This can be they've got a massive spice collection, right? They could collect antiques. It could be sports paraphernalia. It could be makeup. It could be tools. It could be, from their travels. All right, this person has an unusual hair feature, which to me tracks with someone who most likely is of a different ethnic background than you. All right, and they wear a meaningful accessory often. I also feel if this person does wear jewelry, they probably lean towards gold. Again, a really specific, intuitive message that isn't going to resonate with all of you, and that's okay. And we also see, Capricorn, that this person grew up in a better than average household. Now, with the King of Cups, some of my Capricorns out there, you may have water in your chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But more so, this person sees you as someone who doesn't necessarily wear their heart on their sleeve. They're okay with that, right? But I also see that they see you as loving. You probably show your love and your care through support, through action, holding space for others. They see you as creative and nurturing, and they feel like they can relax, or they feel safe with you, emotionally, physically. All right. They see you as the Queen of Wands, so they're extremely attracted to you. They see you as, possibly you have fire in your chart, Aries, Leo, or Sag, but they see you as charismatic, successful. They know you get a lot of attention. All right, and the Seven of Pentacles, the wait is over. Yeah, the wait is over. You are what they've been waiting for. Okay, pay attention to repeating sevens, repeating eights, or just repeating numbers are going to be a sign or synchronicity for my Capricorns. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, there's something about this connection that tells you, stop, wait a moment, let's look at this. I've got to do things differently here. There is something different here, okay? The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And some of my Capricorns, you're going to, maybe kind of force this person to show you who they are, what they really want before you invest. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see what else they notice about you or what they really like about you. All right, Saboteur highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Okay, so they see you as somebody who's not ever going to stay stagnant. You might always be going for that raise or that promotion, or taking a class, or reading or watching documentaries or trying new things. You're always out for improvement, and they see you as the slave archetype. So surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust, which is actually quite a beautiful energy, because they see you as somebody who, you're not afraid to make your own choices. In fact, you are confident in your own choices, and you're confident that whatever the outcome is, that it's going to be the right outcome. And if it's not what you wanted, there's a lesson in it, and there's room for improvement. All right. And they also see you as the gambler, which I love, the gambler archetype, which is you're willing to follow your intuition even when others doubt you, because you always know that whatever decision that you make, again, there's something like it's either going to bring you success or it's going to give you a lesson that's going to ultimately make you better in the end. Really beautiful energy there. The King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So for my Capricorns, this is a connection that's really in alignment with you. And again, I think this intellectual connection is going to be probably the most powerful, right? Not to say that there's not that physical attraction. There certainly is. All right. But this connection honors each person's journey. So you're not going to feel suffocated by this person. All right. This person is somebody who respects you. This is someone who's going to follow your lead. Okay. But they're not afraid to speak up and they're not afraid to do their own thing. Right. So I feel like that's, my Capricorns are going to really like that. Okay. And we see navigating uncertainty. This connection moves through unknown territory. Clarity develops with time. So again, this is something new, this is something different, and that's what I was picking up on here with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, is like, ooh, I'm going to have to do things differently because this is a different type of connection altogether. All right. And this person values reliability and follow through. And if that's not Capricorn energy, I don't know what. So you guys definitely operate from the same values system. Their actions align with their words. And grounding into the present. This connection anchors attention in what is real now. And again, really in alignment with my Capricorns, being grounded, actions lining up with words, grounding. Let's work on this. Let's do this. This is why this connection lasts. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else my Capricorns need to know about this person or this connection? Anything else my Capricorns need to know about this person or this connection? Friendly support. Fairies, guides, and friends give aid. Okay. So your friends might set you up. This could be somebody who starts off in your friend group. We see self-love. Love yourself first. Yep. Your self-respect makes you that much more attractive. This is going to be a physical connection. So the sacred union of bodies, two becoming one. A lot of you may meet this person in person. Again, your physical connection is going to be powerful as much as your intellectual. And we do see this change of scenery. Enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life. Again, I keep going back to this Knight of Pentacles. This is going to be different. And we see reaching out. Now, although this person may be in a passive role or be willing to follow your lead, I do think that they're going to pursue you, my lovely Capricorns. Okay, so it's not like they're always passive. And a lot of my Capricorns, you are going to want to see what this person is made of, right, before you invest. So you may kind of force their hand with that one. All right, what else do we need to know? All right, time to let it go. And we see the month of April. So some of you maybe met this person in April. Some of you may have let this connection go in April and it's coming back around. But I don't really get like a strong X energy. All right, now April could obviously be Aries, Taurus energy. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here, my lovely Capricorn, sending you love and light. Take care.